We're gonna get started on our pre-council meeting. Thank you for coming this evening. If you have not and you would be interested, there is a pre-council and a council agenda right up here at the front. Over in the doorway is an opportunity for public comment. If you would like to sign a piece of paper and bring it up to the front, if you have any comments you would like to make. Outside on that table is also a volunteer application. You can't hear us?
They're not on, I think we're turning
Your
on.
mics are not
Oh,
on.
the mic's on.
Do you know how to do that?
I might remember.
It's down at the bottom.
Right.
We're still working out the kinks.
I thought the green light meant it was on.
You're a presenter, you don't have to.
Right. Testing, testing.
Push it back there.
Is that recording in there?
It's probably not recording either.
I got it right here, sir. One more minute, please. Thank you for your patience. Testing, testing. Is it better now? All right, so we would ask the council to please speak into your microphones. And as I was saying, volunteer applications are out on the table. We're gonna start off our conversation this evening to amend Resolution 2602 and update the Library Committee's April 28th meeting date until the 16th of April, because most of us will be at a conference. April 21st, thank you. Any conversation about that?
Mhm.
If not, I am going to withdraw the request for Resolution 2604. So we would move on to Resolution 2540 and authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Advanced Sign and Lighting.
I thought that was already done.
Evidently had a work change or something.
Well, yes, the work change was that the stone around those
Mhm.
signs, was never bid out, or what, nor was it in the price.
Right, that was just to buy
Of
the
signs.
sign.
It was just the signs. And the middle school is going to get, a metal wraparound with the triple C
Okay.
on the bottom of their sign, and that, in place of stone, because that's a brick building and the stone doesn't necessarily match up with it like it does with the library.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting on some bids to come in for the library stonework, because those signs, we're in the process of getting those signs placed. The principals are aware that the signs are ready. I think they're waiting on the Jefferson County Board of Education, maintenance department to pull their wiring where they want the signs to go.
At all threes, at
No, just at the
just
two.
the two, okay.
The elementary school, all they have to do is plop the sign up there, take the old one down, plop the back one, the new one in. At the middle school, Mr. Wilson was supposed to coordinate and, with exactly where he wanted the sign with the maintenance department, so they could run the power, and then they would come out and put the post and then put the sign.
I'll follow up for you tomorrow.
Thank you, and
Can
then,
can we go back to 2604?
yes, ma'am,
We took that off the table because,
not prepared to move forward with that at this time.
okay.
The sign at the library, we're waiting on Alabama Power to put us a pole, near where we're gonna put the sign, and then we can run that power line, and get that sign up. And so it's a $5,500, excuse me, addition to what,
Yes, they're
what
very
we had
proud of their
already put.
telephone poles. They're very proud of their telephone
Oh,
poles.
no, that's not the telephone pole, that's the bottom of the middle
Oh,
school.
just a wrap,
The
okay.
wraparound on the bottom of the middle school.
Is that a metal wrap or is that?
It is.
Okay. And what was that sign? Remind us what the price of the
The
sign
total
was.
price currently, and we have not added the stone from the library sign, is about $123,000,
Okay.
is about where we are on that. Didn't I see that number somewhere?
That's what I was looking for.
That sounds right, but that's just,
It is the number, it was given last meeting.
Yeah, 123,991. And then we still have the stonework to do at the library.
Is Alabama Power only having to do the one for,
okay, so the
the
123
library?
includes the 5,500.
That's my understanding.
Okay, that's why I was just wondering, I wasn't making my notes. I had the middle for maintenance and the elementary for maintenance. I just wanna
Correct.
make Alabama Power for library.
Yes,
Okay.
that is my understanding. Number 4 confirms Mayor Anderson as the voting delegate at the ALM convention, in April of 2026. If you look at that paperwork, I
Mhm.
think you'll see that there's 2 others,
Alternate.
alternates, so who's gonna do that? Who wants to do that?
I
So
could
does
do
the
one,
mayor
I
have
plan
to-
on going.
I'm sorry, Carla, what'd you say?
I was saying, so does the mayor have to be the voting delegate?
As the executive of the, city, yes.
Okay, I just know what I read, but okay.
You wanna be the alternate?
No. I was just thinking Nate may wanna be the actual voting delegate or something. I didn't know if it was presented to the other councils.
All right, and, second alternate voting delegate?
Who's all going?
I'm going, I'll definitely be there if you need an alternate.
Yes, Chris, Nathan, and Jody
Got
are going.
I'll be you need 2,
I need a first and a second, yes, sir.
okay, so Nathan, 1, and myself. How much does that pay? Just kidding, just kidding, just
You
kidding.
get a bottle of water.
That's right.
That's right. There we go.
But you have to fill it up from the faucet.
Oh, she turned the heat up in here. All right, number 5 is the discussion of signage for the, Clay Youth Sports Baseball Park and Splash Pad. If you've been out there, you know that, the sign that we the electronic sign that we have has not correctly worked in years out there. There is a brick facade around it, but there is no designation anywhere on that property that there is a splash pad up that hill.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
If the electronic part hasn't worked, so we can't readily advertise events,
Mhm.
don't we need to replace all of that or repair it, whichever it takes to make that functional?
It electronically works. The problem is that we don't know how to program it, and my understanding is that that programming has been designated to Coca-Cola Company, is what I've been told. And I cannot get a person in that
Who,
corporation.
did Coke provide the sign?
I think they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coke provided the sign.
Okay, so that explains that.
Do you have a person that, for contact?
I do not.
Okay.
If we know anybody, because it's been several years, so that person has most likely moved on, been promoted.
I can reach out to one of the representatives that I'm aware of and see if they can
Yeah.
give me the leeway.
That
Might
would be
the person.
wonderful.
And before we replace the sign, you know,
I mean,
We
it's a
look around
working
looking for-
sign.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, look around looking for the remote and see if we can find somebody that might know in the past. Who changed the sign before? Somebody in Public Works, or do we?
No, I've been told that
Was it
Coca-Cola
Coke changed the
designated.
sign.
So
And
usually
change
with
the
the
sign.
digital signs, Coke has a contract for those. So they usually, if something happens to it, they do the repairs, they do all of everything with it. That's what they've done in previous times. So I don't know if anything has changed or anything like that, cause I know that's how it connects at the school level. But I'll reach out tomorrow and see what I can find
So they
out.
can change it remotely then?
Yes, it's a,
Maybe.
it's a,
Okay,
it's a
okay.
computer program,
Okay.
just
Yeah,
like
it
this
should
one
be
out
in
here.
programming.
But we don't have the IP address.
Sure, to get
And as
to.
far as I've been told, and this could be incorrect, but that sign has not been changed since the library was out there, which moved in 2018.
That's probably right by driving by, so.
Okay,
So-
I have another thought. Do we also need to have it re-bricked and all to match our other city signs with the stonework?
I don't see the point of that as far away as it is from the other stuff. And the sign for the American Legion is also that red brick, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. I think. Might
Who
have
would
to
you
get a
like to
picture.
be, if I can get someone, who would you like me to contact, here to be able to get that taken care of?
Pam,
Pam?
because she can coordinate with, Sarah and or Jeremiah
Okay.
about the times and dates of the things that he would like posted out there.
I'll work on it starting tomorrow.
Thank you. So yes, I would like to see some signage advertising the splash pad down there.
Speaking of
We could-
signage, as you come from Deerfoot and hit, I guess, the church, we have a sign there directing. I noticed it's not in disrepair, but it looks like it's weathered. Have we?
Is it turning gray? It's turning a little
Yeah,
gray where it was
yeah.
black before? Okay.
Yeah, do we know who's responsible for those signs? Do we have any paperwork on that, or can we get those maybe updated? I mean, just a thought, and, you know,
I did find a Coca-Cola contract. That reminds me, I might have to, I'll look into that and see if I can, if there's any details on it. I don't
Okay.
remember seeing any.
and I don't remember seeing a splash pad, or, you know, could have the signage for splash pad, if, you know,
There's none.
that's what I'm saying, so we could maybe, just a thought.
I think there
Investigate
needs to
that.
be, right,
Yeah.
okay, so you're saying on that sign,
Right.
Yes.
That would
yeah,
be a
sure,
good-
And there's
sure.
place for more
spot.
placards there too,
Yeah.
so.
okay.
Just a thought.
I don't know if the guy who recently did our plaques maybe might be our first, cause Pam would have that invoice handy since that's on our current consent agenda. I guess we could ask him, cause maybe he could,
We can
Do 'em.
we can do that.
we could see. So I guess would you, if you were doing signage for the splash pad, would you want, just some banners that were, you know, inexpensive, post up for the summer, because it's a seasonal
It's a
thing,
seasonal thing.
rather than something that was more permanent at this point?
I think it'd be more eye-catching if we had the banners. You could get the tall ones, you can get the short ones, depending on the colors that you put on, that's more eye-catching than it is to be, and then
Right,
you can
just a
take them
sign.
up and you can use them again next year. It's more efficient.
Okay, so yes, I think let's investigate, some, the tall wavy banners or signs
Mhm.
that would just have splash pad on them with the direction. All right.
That's in addition to the placard at Deerwood, right?
Yes,
Okay.
in
All right,
addition.
just making
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Which reminds me, if you will, put a note, we need to touch up and clean up the stone sign that says "Welcome to Clay" on Deerfoot. It needs to be pressure washed, and the signage needs to be repainted, so it's a little bit darker. I've been meaning to tell Chase that. All right, so number 6 says discuss the entrance fees and ID check at the splash pad. In the past, there's been an entrance fee, and a required ID check. in order to get into the splash pad. I don't think either one of those things is conducive to, our citizens in this community using the splash pad.
Who's using it? Well,
Well,
how much was it used last year?
well, according to, our account quick report from October 24 to September 25, the city made $1,116.
I don't think it's worth dealing with collecting fees for that.
Thank you. I agree.
That's just a nuisance.
Is this for citizens only?
I don't think you can do that. We have a feeder pattern that's full of people who are, live in unincorporated Jefferson County and other areas, and I think they should have free access to all of our amenities.
Have we checked with what Benson does, Trustful? I'm just asking, just.
Well,
run a-
Trustful, you're supposed to be a citizen.
Okay.
You
But
have to-
again, they don't have, they have a school system that is locked into their, to their,
Limits.
to their city limits. So you can't use their splash pad or their, swimming pool unless you have an ID. And I think for the swimming pool, you have to pay a yearly
Fee.
fee,
It's a yearly fee for it.
that gives you access to both of those things. And I don't know if you can use the splash pad without that. So yes, they require an ID. Springville does not require an ID. They do charge $1 or $2. I know that after speaking with the employees of the city who have had to deal with that entrance fee ID check, it was embarrassing to them to have to do that. You couldn't have cash, you had to pay with a credit card.
I would observe
It's just-
that if we're only collected $1,000, that we're not gonna be overcrowded. So I don't know what's the point of checking IDs.
Well, I think if you just say it's free to local residents, then I think that you'll get a lot more traffic. Because, for instance, I think it was $2 a person they charged for the mother who would just be watching. They charged for infants who were sitting on laps, and then your regular kids. And so, for instance, I have a friend, she has 4 children, she's not gonna pay $10 to go splash in the splash pad, and she lives 5 minutes from there. But if it's a free amenity, she and her friends
I
can
think you
gather.
don't worry about that unless it gets to the point that it's becoming overcrowded and you need to manage your traffic.
What are our current lifeguard, fees there for the splash pad? Or I don't know if they're actually lifeguards there because the splash pad, if they're just public works workers.
They're not public works, they would be a seasonal employee. In the past, it could be a teenager. Honestly, I would like to hire an adult. I think that they can manage, they tend to have more experience in managing crowd control issues or issues that might arise with parents and children. And it would be a seasonal job, and they would mostly be up there to make sure that it's being maintained correctly,
Right.
making sure that,
Changing chemicals out and that type of
Yes.
thing.
yes, that kind of thing. But it would be a seasonal job.
Do we know what our expenses were for that the last year?
No, because those were already employees who were moved from one area of service to the city to another.
Okay.
So they
So
were,
the employees, they did the chemical change and did all of that stuff last year. And for
either
year
that
5.
or Public Works.
Got it.
Public Works might have done the chemical stuff.
Okay.
But we could certainly designate a person. We would also need to think about hours,
Mhm.
and days.
Okay.
So if we wanna go ahead and discuss that, since we've got a few minutes.
Is the concessions opened with that, or do they just bring?
We could
whatever?
open concessions. There is an office there, it's not really a concession stand. But I do have a Coca-Cola cooler that I'm willing to move up there.
Okay.
So we could stock
Concessions
it.
could be an option.
We could stock it with, prepackaged, you know, candy bars. We also have I think we have, a little freezer, in the concession stand that's by the soccer field, which we're also in the process of opening for soccer season. We've got to get the health people out there, but it has been cleaned and ready. But most of what they'll sell is, again, prepackaged sodas, waters, Gatorades, chips, and,
A small freezer would be good, cause then they could do ice cream
yes.
products.
Yes, somebody recommended, shaved ice, which is another, I mean, a shaved ice machine is hardly anything.
Right.
You have to have a food license for that, though.
Well,
so
that's
you
what
couldn't
I-
do it at one of them, right?
That's what I wondered.
So if you just stick to the regular concession stands, your stuff, you'd be simplistic.
Right, and I think that would work, and that would be, I think that would bring in more profit than this, than this fee.
I do like the suggestion that Jody did. Let's look and see what it brings us. If it does become overcrowded, and then we can revisit it. But starting off with $1,000, and that's, I agree. I don't see where that could be an issue.
Can you hand me a pen, please, ma'am? The obvious times open to me, would be maybe the Tuesday after Memorial Day, through the Saturday, before Labor Day, rather than having employees working on national holidays of Memorial Day and Labor Day. Does that make sense?
You said Saturday before Labor Day?
Right, well, I'm thinking we would be closed on Sunday. But I don't think the ballparks are open on Sunday either. The ballpark, I don't think that there's any, schedule.
They're doing tournament, if they're gonna do those travel ball tournaments, there'll be tournaments on Sunday.
It'll be some.
No, they're Saturday only.
Oh, that's good.
They're on Saturday only.
Wow.
Are they, now, the travel ball, since you brought it up, that's not related to the city rec ball at all, right? That's a third-party
Correct.
company?
That's right.
Okay. And are they paying to use the fields? Is that?
$1,000 a Saturday,
$1,000 a Saturday.
Okay, all right, just making
plus
sure.
20% concessions.
Okay, good deal. I thought that
And
they
there's our
were, but they were,
maintenance.
but I wanted to check.
There's our maintenance, yeah, that's what I was worried about too.
Say that again?
Our maintenance of the fields and all, if we're having that, we'd have to,
You gotta charge them something.
yeah, have to charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So hourly is 9 to 6 would be 2 employees where they split that shift. Like a what, 9 to 1 and a 2 to 6? So that'd give them both 20 hours a week. So it's 2 part-times. Does that sound about reasonable?
Is that what we've had?
I'm not sure what they've had in the past.
Okay.
I mean, I could ask. I just know that would, if, you know, if you get off at 3 o'clock, that gives you time to run your kids up there for a little while. It's gonna be daylight for sure.
Right, sure.
Or if you're dropping off that kid to go over there and play ball, I can bring my toddlers over here for half of the game and have them a little entertained besides playing in the dirt. Okay, we got 6 minutes. Y'all have anything else you'd like to discuss?
Those 2 employees, are those the ones that you're looking at for adults?
I would like at least one of them to be an adult.
I agree.
I wouldn't mind.
Do both of them need to be lifeguards?
There is probably some training. I don't think they need to go through the entire training. You know, lifeguard training, you have to drag a body
CPR
out of
training. The CPR.
I know, I used to be
yes.
one, yeah.
an AED, but I don't think they
CPR
have
and
to.
AED.
Yeah, I think that would be the minimal. Maybe, that, play safely training that we're doing with the Clay Youth Sports that talks about hydration and, falls and those kind of
Falls.
concussion
Head
protocol, those kind of things. I think those would be,
Falls would be good.
That would be good.
We keep it in water.
and you said CPR,
CPR, AD, trade, ADD, with the
AED.
pads.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I looked at, when that came up, I looked at
You can easily get that done. The fire department normally does it.
Right. Anybody have anything else they'd like to discuss?
Yeah, I would, we've got a lot going on, a lot of hires and all. I just want to kind of be transparent to everybody that kind of who we've hired and what that entails. Can you kind of maybe go over that a little bit and just kind of bring everybody up to speed with that?
Yes, I was going to address that in in my mayoral statements.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'll wait till then.
Sure.
Okay, if nobody has anything else, we'll be adjourned for 4 minutes. You're free to roam around the cabin. Yes, sir.
You gonna say a few words? What's on there? I can make it, I don't care what your word. You send me a note. No. We have people talk this week.
Okay, we'll be pen and paper.
I mean, I had one, but I can't
They got the equipment stage.
Oh, right. So you're telling me you're gonna volunteer?
No, I have not.
Well, I mean, that's what you know, in order to be able that can do this, that can do
So I have a neighbor, locked my car inside.
which, Johnstone gives a class, Chadwell gives a class. Chadwell, HD Supply,
About half my neighbors think it's
and, some of the school comes for CPO certifications.
What about fire department? Fire department do anything?
Not as far as CPO, not CPR.
Okay.
Like if you hire somebody,
The chemicals and that.
yeah, if you hire somebody to run the splash pad, the county's gonna come in once a month and do tests. And you gotta have somebody on staff that's a CPO. I've got a CPO, you can use my name. But now I can't take a job that pays money because I'm on disability.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, I'll be more than happy to get my CPO certification.
Well, we wanna do it the right way.
Well, I mean,
I
all
need
you gotta do is
somebody.
have
Good to see
somebody
you.
on staff is
Yeah.
CPO certified.
Okay.
Now,
On the weekend.
yeah, well, we
On the
can make sure
weekend.
of that because I know I ran my
can.
bull on the property I worked on. And if they come in.
Hold on, my little
They can be
little
really
deal.
good.
Little deal.
But if they say, we just need to.
That's the thing. We're trying to keep him quiet tonight over here. Keep him quiet, mate. No, this one.
Well, I'm sure, again,
They quiet. Gonna get him out when he came in. Oh, they did, yeah. What's wrong?
Now, Vincent, on their splash pad, what Vincent did was, if you wanted to be, to use the splash pad, it was a different price for citizen and non-citizen. They sent out little badges. I think they charge like $2 and $3 for that. But it is a big headache.
That's when my kids went to school too, it was a different price whether you were in the county, in the
Yeah.
city, whatever.
But
But that was, well, my kids are way past that.
You know, I think, I don't even know they do charge. But I wanted to let you know that water thing.
all right.
You don't have anybody else.
Well, I appreciate the information and we'll make sure that that's.
We have to break. Robert played basketball.
Oh, we'll be out.
And I've got to.
this city council meeting to order. We'll start with an invocation. Ms. McClure, would you mind?
No, not at all. Bow our heads, please join me in your heart and in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we know that you are sovereign and that you control every detail of our lives, and so we thank you and praise you for that. Dear Lord, we pray that you would be with us tonight, help us in our decisions. We pray for a spirit of unity and that you would be glorified in all that we do. We thank you for all that has been done in the city of Clay. We ask your protection over us, and we ask all these things in your precious name. Amen.
Thank you. You'll stand for the pledge. Attention, salute, pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready for roll call?
Councilmember Thompson,
Here.
Councilmember Youngblood,
Here.
Councilmember Now,
Here.
Councilmember Harris,
Here.
Councilmember Rush,
Here.
Mayor Anderson.
Here. I'll accept a motion to approve the pre-council and council minutes from February 10th, 2026.
So moved, Mayor.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I will accept a motion to approve the meeting agenda.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I will accept a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved, Mayor.
So, second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Before we vote, I got a question about one of the things on here.
All righty.
Line item 48, this is the Alabama Power. It's the camera electricity.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing some numbers on that are pretty
Astronomical.
substantial.
They are.
So have we looked into these numbers, and I'm not sure what all cameras does this cover electricity for? And, or do we know that answer?
We have a record.
And are these for cameras or for street lights, or do we know? Cause it's a,
This is misleading,
So Nate, do they have account numbers on there or addresses?
it's all on one bill.
No, but I'm saying, do they have account numbers for that list?
They don't.
Just the one in Cotton.
Lighting system devices, it says. We can make an appointment with Jasmine Sledge, who
Yes,
is our local representative for Alabama Power.
based on my understanding, that's gonna be for street lighting and any traffic lights you may have, the electrical power for it,
For traffic lights and street lights.
and street lights.
It just seems to be slightly, it seems like it's slightly climbing. So,
Well, this time of year, the street lights are on more than they are in other times of the year when we have longer daylight hours.
right, I know that on my, I've got one of the lights that you pay a monthly fee for,
Mhm.
right on my business, and it's a set,
Right,
it's a set fee,
okay.
and it's
So when they go
substantially
up, when
less.
they do the Christmas lights?
It would go up
It
when
may
you
be,
did the
yeah,
Christmas
right,
lights as
okay.
well.
And it's gonna jump up again, starting this month when they start using the ballparks with those
With
lights.
those lights?
Right.
I mean,
So
you start
that is-
lighting baseball and
So
softball
that would,
fields.
so the increase would probably be due to the Christmas lights being run into.
Because we ran those
December.
Christmas
Okay.
lights from November to basically January.
Yes. But like like I said, she's been asking me for a meeting, so this would be one of those things that we could ask her
Definitely.
to give us a detailed bill for.
A location.
Yes. Okay,
That was the only one I had a question about.
all right, so I think we had a second.
Yes.
So we're all in favor, the consent agenda is approved?
Aye.
Vote, oh, a roll call vote because it's financial.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Now,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. Okay. I sent a memorandum to the, city council, on Thursday, Friday 19th, to update them concerning some things that have been going on in the city regarding, employment. We had, appointed a city engineer. He is a necessary municipal office, because we have had we have a bridge inspection due. And that's who does those inspections. And so that is something that, is under the mayor's purview as executive supervisory authority. So we have a city engineer. He is not working under, what's that word that council, what's the word I'm looking for? We don't pay him a monthly fee or anything, he just comes on when we need him.
As
He's a
needed.
call as needed.
As needed.
His contract service.
As
Thank
needed.
you, well, he's not a contract service
Oh, as needed.
exactly, because it's an appointment as a city engineer, so that we can use him when we need it.
So
And,
he's being paid
On
weekly,
by the job.
bi-weekly?
no,
No,
not
no,
at
no.
all,
By the
per
job.
job. As we have need of a job.
So is he on payroll, or is he contract services?
He would be professional services, so that is a type of contract.
Contract services,
Yes, ma'am,
that's the
yes, ma'am.
question.
You pay him just by the hour.
That's the question, got it.
Mr. Collins, was previously appointed as the city administrator, but he has stepped away from that position. We will continue he will be listed as a part-time, employee. He has agreed to serve us in the capacity of accountant, on a remote basis. We have several different, policies and procedures, a personnel handbook, several different things like that that need to be, updated, and that is seat work in front of a computer, which means that he can do that remotely without having to be in the office. And he has agreed to assist us in that, and I am very grateful.
Do we need to rescind the previous ordinance that appointed him?
Cause what capacity he's serving in now? Part-time, contract services again?
He is, the way it is set up currently is that he is working as a part-time hourly employee with a cap per week. There's only so many hours he is gonna be able to give us per week. That would be no more than 10 hours per week at maximum.
So is it at the current salary that we approved?
Oh, no.
Okay, so it's a different salary?
Yeah, well, it's an hourly wage.
Hourly rate?
But back to my question, do we need to rescind the ordinance that we appointed him to the administrator's job?
Are you asking me, Councilman?
I'm asking anybody that can answer it, because I don't know. My guess is yes.
Well,
Would you use your microphone, please? Thank you.
I generally try to avoid that.
You know, my guess would be yes, because technically right now, he's supposed to be that job at that pay rate. So if he decided to do different, don't we need to undo our prior action assigning him that job at that pay rate?
And the answer is it depends on what direction the council wants to go with regard to that position. Certainly you can repeal that ordinance. That's one option the council has.
I don't know that we,
What's the other option?
I mean, you can amend the ordinance to change it in some regard, if the council feels like that's the appropriate step to take.
So if we amend that resolution, it will be amended to show that this is a part-time wage of no more than 10 hours per week for an hourly employee working remotely, and take away everything that we had previously on there.
I think, as I understand the arrangement, it's two different things. The ordinance specifically was to staff a position of city administrator. He has been independently hired not to perform that function. He has been independently hired to perform an additional function, so.
a different function. Or
Well,
supplemental.
perhaps some of the same functions, but he has declined to accept the position of city administrator.
So we need to rescind it.
Yes.
We do.
So I would think if we need to do something to say he's not that, I don't necessarily think we need to do away with that position we established. We just need to do something to say he's not occupying that position, so if something comes up later, he can't come back and say, hey, y'all voted me in at that point, and you owe me pay.
And that's what we're doing.
That's the
We're
easiest way to
sending
do it.
him in the position.
Right, not doing away with the position, just saying,
Him,
Him.
in that position.
because the ordinance specifically didn't just create that position, it created that position with him, and we need to take the with him part out.
Correct.
And certainly, a resolution to that effect can easily be drafted.
Can we do that at the next meeting, so we can have something organized instead of trying to do it on the fly tonight?
Yes. As a result of Mr. Collins being the part-time remote accountant for the city, I have chosen to hire an executive assistant to the mayor, Mr. Brad Watson. And he will assist with the administrative coordination, communications, and operational matters. I have also hired a part-time athletics administrator, again with an hourly wage.
Okay, I don't see that on here, but before you move on to that, let's go back to Mr. Watson. So he's your executive assistant, correct?
That's correct.
You work part-time. Is he full-time or part-time?
He's full-time.
So a part-time mayor needs a full-time assistant. That's what you're telling us.
That's what you had before.
No, I'm not talking about before, I'm talking about now. I'm asking you. A part-time mayor needs a full-time assistant. That's my question to you.
There's enough work here for him to do 40 hours a week, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Do we need to have a resolution to create that position also?
No.
No, that's her decision to do it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure everybody was aware that our mayor has a full-time assistant and she was part-time.
Also, is Mr. Watson still employed by Leeds? Or
No, he is not.
Not employed by Leeds anymore? Okay.
let's see. I don't know that I have any more, information to give you.
You can go back to the athletic director or something.
Uh-huh.
What position is that? We have anything on that?
He is a, it's just like a public works employee. He's an assistant to the athletic director. We're starting a Clay Youth Sports Program. Jeremiah is the sole person in that department, and is in need of assistance.
So who is this individual going to be?
Who is it? Because she's hired him.
Well, that's true.
Well, this is under the purview of the mayor.
We just asked who it was. We said, we understand you have the right to do it.
Okay, so you would like a name?
Yes.
His name is Jeremy Winder. He has worked for 5 years as a volunteer in Clay Youth Sports. He's just finished coming off of a basketball season and is gearing up to be a part of the baseball.
You said Winder?
Yes, Winder.
Okay. So would this solidify for what we're doing as far as anything with T-West? Cause at that point, we won't need that type of contract.
I haven't heard from him or seen him or
Okay.
anything.
I just
He's
remember
still
that's what
working
was
in a
presented.
volunteer, right, he's
Okay.
still working in a volunteer position.
Mhm.
He would be kind of a contract specialist job if that was to move forward, but I don't know at this point that it will.
Okay.
I know that Jeremiah needed help with registering, for sports, coming up with all the ordering all the uniforms, filing the reports to make sure financially we're all on board, marking out the field, cleaning the bathroom at the end of the day. And Mr. Winder has proven himself faithful for the past 5 years as a volunteer.
I just want to be sure because I just know T-West presented to us, so I was hoping we weren't getting ready to hire somebody else on top of somebody else, so that's
Right.
why I was asking.
Right. I do understand that concern.
Back to Mr. Watson, is it just an hourly wage for the 40 hours a week? Or is there a salary, anything that's attached to it?
It's a salary position.
Would that be given to us at a later date, or was it attached to the other information? I didn't see it, that's why I was asking.
Oh, well, we just have to wait and deal with it when it's budget time.
Well, it's already in the budget,
Well, I mean, we do a budget every year.
right? Well, we're well within our limits based on what's already in the budget for city employees.
Yeah, I think what Dr. Rush was asking for is just these hires, we need to know, since we're responsible for the money, correct? We just need to know, you know, we're not paying him $1 million, right?
Nope.
So, okay, so that's what we're,
I'm just
We're
asking
getting
for
there.
clarity, because it is within your right as the mayor to hire, but as a city council that's obligated to the taxpayers' money, I'm just curious about salary. That's the only thing I'm asking for.
yeah.
Right, and as long as it falls in line with what's already budgeted for employee payouts, then that's my discretion. And we're well within, we're not anywhere near the margin.
Okay, Jane, I think what we're trying to get to, if you just send us something, because if you don't send us something, we don't see it until it's time for us to do the next year's budget, it may not look so good. Because we get an opportunity every year to redo the budget.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't understand anything until it's time for us to prepare a budget, I don't know what that's gonna look like.
Well, we'll have a meeting in April.
Yes.
Okay, I can give you, the finance meeting is in April,
April
the 9th.
something, 17th maybe?
I think so.
Yes, April 17th. So the money for this year's budget is, I'm well in line with that. And I'm sure that based on that, we will still be well in line with our next budget. And I will send you if I need to, and I'm required to, I will send you, the amounts of those employees, but I'm not stating them here publicly.
And they shouldn't be stated publicly.
It should not be, but just if you will send those to us, that would be very beneficial. They shouldn't be stated,
Okay?
but we should have had those with the attachment. That's the only thing, no one is challenging you on what has been done, but we need to be very transparent with us as well as you being transparent with the constituents, making sure that we fully know what is going on, who's been hired, how much is being spent, and what the position is. I totally get it.
All right. Mr. Thompson, your turn.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt, but since this has been brought up about the budgeting, I'd also like to see that, in the budget, because whereas we've got certain employee positions that pay X dollars that are budgeted, if we've got a position that's in the budget, if we put in the budget that we're paying the city manager X dollars, you know, just moving the money without a budget amendment, I've got no problem with you hiring people, but I'm concerned that the money's not there in the budget properly. And I think that we may need to look at it and amend the budget so we can have these people, working for the city. I just didn't want to interrupt you during your time. That's my only comments towards that. Got a couple other comments. Barbecue stop, I know everybody knows that that's been closed down. They've been in the process of getting that ready to sell so we can bring a new restaurant into the city. They actually listed that property today. They've gone through and everything is supposed to be completely operational because it was when it came out. They've had it professionally cleaned out. So if anyone knows any small restaurants that want to come to the city that's already set up as a restaurant, they're actively looking for a purchaser now. That is, as of earlier today, the agent's got a couple signs on the building with his phone number. I do have the listing price and all that. If anybody wants to talk to me about it, I'll be happy to after the meeting. So, also the Dollar General is, you know, they're saying they're still on schedule, but they look like they're, you know, looking at it from the outside and looking at it from the inside, it looks like it's moving, gonna be open much quicker than they thought they were gonna be open, so. It's most of what I have in my notes, but thank you again to everybody that, you know, the same faces that I see out here on a regular basis. Invite all your friends to come watch the council meetings. I know we stream them now, but we love to see a good crowd here, and we love to have y'all support. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Youngblood?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming out. The only thing I would say is you all voted me in, and I think you voted me in because of my financial background. That was one of the key things that I ran on. And so my goal is, because we came into a budget that's already set, but that budget has not been defined. And when I say defined, it's not broken down. And so that's why we're asking these various questions, because there's no breakdown. Of course, next year there will be a complete breakdown. We will know what every line item represents and what goes into it. And so that's why we're questioning and trying to understand exactly what goes in these numbers and what's listed out. And of course, as far as salaries, we will never disclose that to anyone in detail. But of course, we'll make sure the totals are out there when the budget time comes. That's all I have. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Neal?
Yeah, the February grants, I'm just gonna announce those real quick. Dr. Finkley at Clay, again, the principal, give it to him, let him disperse. Bryant Park will be Crystal Dennis. Clay Middle, Chalkville Middle, Mr. Wilson will get it, and then the high school, Dr. Dallas will get the grant. let him disperse as needed. And again, like I say, we just need to probably revamp this for next year. Just, we need to come up with a way to better maybe serve more teachers. So that'll be a conversation for later, but anyway, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Harris.
Okay, I have guest speakers, so Sergeant, Lieutenant, who's coming?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Lieutenant McCrallis, I am the patrol lieutenant over the cities of Pinson, Clay, Centerpoint, Cahaba Heights. We'll go over the crime statistics for Clay for the dates of February 14th through February 20th. We had 11 complaints, investigated complaint, 5 vehicles stopped, 4 traffic accidents, 3 assist a citizen, 3 accidents with injuries, 2 patrol requests, 2 burglary alarm businesses, 2 missing persons, 2 burglary alarm residents, 2 domestic violence in progress, 2 stolen abandoned vehicles, that's and/or abandoned vehicles, 1 prisoner pickup, 1 be on the lookout, which is a BOLO, that's what we call it, be on the lookout, 1 disorderly person, 1 medical call that we assisted on, 1 mentally disturbed person, 1 fire, 1 suspicious vehicle / person, 1 theft, 1 welfare check, 1 hazardous condition, which could be a limb down, something like that, 1 911 hang-up call, and 1 911 call, noise on the line. I'm proud of the support and that my deputies and sergeants have given me. And as far as all the cities, Clay, Pinson, Centerpoint, Cahaba Heights, crime is down. It's not by accident. That's a direct reflection of the hard work the sergeants and deputies put in every day. They're being proactive, building relationships, and staying visible in the communities. I'm extremely proud of the job they're doing and the professionalism they continue to show. And to the citizens, do us a favor, please be vigilant. If you see something, say something, give us a call. For non-emergency calls, 205-325-1450, option 2. That'll get you in touch with dispatch. Of course, if you have an emergency, dial 911.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Sheriff, we had a luncheon with the sheriff last week, and he said crime in the county is down 27% year to date from last year. So it's not just here, it's countywide that things are improving. Now, Chief Dolan, and I'll steal some of his thunder on your way out the door. You'll see what your latest purchase from your fire is.
Yeah. Good evening, Mayor, Council, and community members. I'm Brandon Dolan from the Centerpoint Fire District, and we cover roughly 67 square miles in the Northeast Jefferson, Pinson, Clay, Centerpoint, and the unincorporated areas. So I'm going to give you guys a month summary for the month of January for our department. So total incident responses, we made 949 responses in the entire area. Of those, 28 were fire related, but the most significant, 11. January is always our busiest fire month. Obviously it's cold, people are trying to power more things with extension cords, they're inside more, so obviously it causes more fires. But so we're busy with that. 579 of those were EMS calls, and of those we transported 365 of those. Again, since it's cold during the month of January, February, we typically do a lot of our training within the department. We do annual driver training, hazmat training, And then EMS is another part of our job, so we do a lot of our Con Ed training to get recertified each year. So these months, while we're inside, we're always trying to get caught up on some of our training. The other part about the fires is we also offer smoke detector installation. So if anybody needs assistance with a smoke detector, we have those through a grant. We can come out and assist you with installing those. So if you do need those, just reach out to us. And like Councilmember Harris said, our new fire truck for our Station 1 is in. This truck was roughly $800,000. We're proud of it. It's about the bottom of the line that you can buy. But, you know, if we were to buy what we had been buying, it would have been over $1 million. So we're hoping to make a good purchase, buying a different model truck, it's a little cheaper, but we're going to hopefully make the best of it. And that's all I got. Any
Okay,
questions?
then Chief Dolan leads a fire department that's got a Class 1 fire rating. That impacts your insurance, and I'll tell you the dramatic impact. As some of you are aware, the Waterworks has run water lines all the way down Clayton Road to the county line. Then we were able to put in fire hydrants. Those people on Clayton Road before did not have fire hydrants within 1,000 feet of their house. Now they do, and for almost all of those houses, their homeowner's insurance now dropped from a Class 9 to a Class 1, and they saved over $1,200 a year each because of the fire service. So we're really proud of that Class 1 rating. It makes a great difference on the insurance premiums you pay.
And thank you to the Clay members for investing in those fire hydrants, because that shows it saves some people a lot of money that didn't have that option before. So anyway, thank you. Any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Appreciate
When you guys get finished, feel free to stop by and look at the truck outside.
Yes. Dr. Rush.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming out this afternoon and this evening. Only reminder is on April the 21st, we will have our library committee meeting, so it has been changed accordingly from that last meeting where we changed the meeting because of, most of the council will be at a convention or be at a training, so therefore we'll move that library meeting as well. And that's all I have, but I do appreciate each of you coming out. And I do hope you understand that the reason, like Michelle Budd said, when we have questions, is not to be cantankerous or to cause issues for the mayor. It's simply for knowledge-based information to be able to make sure that we know what is going on. Because if we don't know, then how can we expect you all to know?
Thank you, Dr. Rush. We have no reading of petitions, public hearings, but I do have a public comment. Ms. McClure, do you have a public comment you'd like to make?
Yes, I do. Good evening, everybody. My name is Polly McClure. My husband and I have been residents in Clay for almost 50 years. I know that many of you saw the information that was reported in the Trussville Tribune from the 24-25 Alabama school report cards. I was shocked and saddened with the data that was reported for the Clay Chalkwell High School. Of course, most of the comments on the socials were negative in regard to this information about the school. Our oldest daughter was the first Cougar mascot and graduated from CCHS, so my experience with the school is not current other than what I read on the socials and hear from friends that have children currently enrolled. My first response to this information was to send an email to our mayor and council members to get further information and express my concern. I want to thank the mayor, Dr. Rush, and Mr. Harris for responding to my email. I also left my other contact information for a response. I did not receive a response from the other council members. Dr. Rush took the time to follow up not only with an email, but also by phone. My husband and I had a lengthy conversation about the nature of the data. That report is from year-old data, in case you don't know that, and discussed the status of each of these data points at the school. So you can see it took a little bit of time. She also sent me a link to explore other activities and initiatives that are currently in place at the school to address many of these issues. I'm looking forward to the same report as you all should be in the next school year that will more accurately reflect the results of these initiatives. By the way, for your information, the median age of our 10,200 residents in Clay is around 40 years old. If I am not mistaken, that means that half of our residents are over 40, like me, which could indicate limited information about the 4 county schools that are located in our city. While each of these schools are Jefferson County schools, I am in support of the $600,000 budgeted line item to supplement any initiatives that address challenges they may face. Not only is it important for the families and students that attend these schools, but on the impact that it has on all of us economically for our city. According to recent data, location is the #1 priority that people consider when buying a home, besides affordability, followed by proximity to work, school districts, and safety data and crime rates. It is imperative that we continue to focus on these factors in order to continue growth in our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, my.
Looks like the Gong Show.
Thank you.
That's horrible. No.
Go back, stop.
No, you shouldn't even have to do that.
I said we need to operate.
Sounds like somebody was that loud last week.
This is the whole
Okay, so
buzzer shit.
no more. We'll enter into unanimous consent at this time.
I make a motion, we enter unanimous consent.
Second.
Roll call.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Now,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. Resolution 2616 is a resolution amending Resolution 2602 to change April 28th meeting for the library to, give me again today?
April 21st.
April
Thank
21st.
you, April 21st.
I make a motion, we approve resolution 2026-16 to adjust the library committee meeting.
Second.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Now,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. Resolution 2618 is a resolution to amend the Resolution 2540 and authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Advanced Sign and Lighting.
Mayor, I make a motion that resolution 26-18 go into motion as written.
I will second it.
Thank you.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Now,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. The motion passes. Resolution 2619 is a resolution to confirm voting delegates for Alabama League of Municipalities Convention. Did you write those down? I think it was Mr. Thompson and Mr. Nail as alternates.
Mayor, should I, make a motion that, resolution 2026-19 as written?
A second.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Now,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes.
And just duly noted for the record, that's, Mayor Anderson, Chris Nails and Nathan Thompson, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Our next city council meeting is Tuesday, March 10th. We look forward to seeing you then. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Yay.